We'll call this meeting to order of the City Council. It's December 3rd. If you'd like to join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you and welcome. We have, I guess we need to start with a roll call. Ms. Harris, will you help us with that? Okay, thank you. We have an agenda before us. Is there any changes that we need to consider to that? If not, I'll entertain a motion to approve the agenda.
I'll make that motion, Your Honor.
Mr. Welling. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Mr. Sellers seconding. Any discussion? If there's no discussion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Are there any opposed? That's approved. We have an agenda. We got council minutes for November 19th and work session minutes for November 26th. Any concerns with those? If not, we'll acknowledge those as they've been prepared and we'll go on to the bills. Register. Before you. Questions? Comments? Concerns? Is there a motion to approve the bills?
I'll make that motion.
Mr. Lynch? Mr. Welling seconding. Discussion. If there's no discussion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Are there any opposed? Takes care of the bills. Council comments. Mr. Lynch, what's on your mind tonight, sir?
Nothing tonight, Mayor.
Lynn?
Just wanted to say the holiday season's in full swing. Hopefully you took advantage, or your wives took advantage, or someone took advantage of Black Friday, Cyber Monday, whatever. Please help those that are a little less fortunate than you and help them out this holiday season. We have Festival for Families, I think, coming up. We've got a lot of fundraisers, a lot of stuff that helps our community, so if you can be involved, be involved. That's it.
Thank you. Mr. Welling?
I have nothing.
Mr. Sellers?
I just want to thank Public Works for bailing me out this weekend when I needed water shut off, so thanks, Gordon. We managed to completely save 2 of the 3 places that got wet, so I was really happy about that, so thank you. And along with Jesse, holiday seasons can be hard on people emotionally, so remember them, remember the 988 number, ask people to get help if they need it. And then lastly, our downtown merchants, sometimes please help them, and even if it's fun to go to Utah to shop, look at Home First. And the radio, if they've been talking about the $2 bill program at First Bank's doing the $2 bill, and they're watching the $2 bills going around for supporting the community, and so please join in that, and we make it a little better for everybody.
Ms. Hageman?
I just hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. I know I did. I had a surprise visit from my son. I got him for a whole week before he heads back to overseas. And again, holiday season. This is one of the best places I've ever been on earth to have the holidays, and it is amazing. We have lots of festivals coming, so check the Chamber of Commerce and keep informed, because there's so much to do for kids and adults coming up, and it's a wonderful place to be.
Thank you. I don't know that there's much I can add to those. I'll agree. I hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving, and we've got a meeting or two before Christmas time, so there's still time to, but I hope that everybody has a enjoyable holiday season. Hopefully it's good around the community, so I appreciate those comments. We have no public hearings or special orders. We'll go to our consent agenda item. We've got 3 items on that agenda, and they're typical for this time of year. Any concerns with speaking of those independently or all together?
We do them all together.
Is there a motion to approve our consent agenda?
I'll make that motion.
Mr. Willing with a motion. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Mr. Lind seconding. Discussion?
You gonna make the 5K?
I already signed up, yeah.
Already signed up?
Yep, got it. Yep, we're done. Yep. Actually, we did. We also did the turkey trot.
I know I missed the turkey trot. I screwed up and missed the turkey trot. I know.
It was cool.
It was brisk.
It's pretty fresh outside. It was fun though. So, any further discussion? If there's no further discussion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Are there any opposed? That takes care of our consent agenda. We have no unfinished business. We'll go on to new business, and there we will first consider a motion to approve a parking lot, sidewalk, curb and gutter, and tree planting plan subject to review and approval of Planning and Engineering Department, First Bank. Take us away what you want. You have anything to, we talked about this in work session. Is there anything you'd have us?
Do I need to,
I don't know that you have to, but
like me, I'm happy to go through the spiel again one more time.
is everybody comfortable with what we're
I
doing?
think it's a great idea. Yeah, I don't think you need to explain anything.
I'll entertain, I guess we'll put it on the table and then we'll discuss it. And if somebody's got questions, we'll do that. But I'll entertain a motion to approve this plan for First Bank, as we were talking about in work session.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Mr. Lynch, motion, Mr. Sellers seconding. Is there any discussion? Oh, go ahead.
I just have one comment. Can we do just a brief overview? Because we do not tape the working sessions, and so people that are watching this to catch up on city business don't know what this is about, and we're just approving something for First Bank.
Give us the Cliff's Notes version, maybe?
Yep,
So the Cliff Notes, if you will.
Yep,
Okay.
perfect.
So the First Bank is located at 1001 Main Street. Parking lot just adjacent to that, 10th and Main Street, right there. There's access to it currently right now on the Main Street side where you can drive through, and there's access to it on the 10th Street side. And over the last, how many months, we've received a lot of complaints, hit and run accidents, unreported damage to vehicles, and so we've worked with the city, who's been very gracious, to put up some temporary barriers on the Main Street side. I'm sure you've seen them. And we've done that to simply limit the traffic flow that's going inside that parking lot. Snow plows, campers, bikers, you name it that's on wheels, goes through that parking lot for some reason. So, and the temporary barriers have limited the amount of traffic, and we have not seen any real challenges with that. Cars being that type of thing. So, what we'd like to do is we'd like to permanently close the Main Street side, which would basically bring the curb up to match the rest of the walk there. So bring that up so that there's no entrance there, and then only have an entrance on the 10th Street side. In doing that, I think there's a win-win for both parties because it adds 5 to 6 parking spaces right there in front, so that all downtown folks that are coming can park there. We've also opened up a couple additional parking spots inside the parking lot itself. There was 6, but now there's 8. So that basically any area downtown businesses or others that are downtown, they can park in those open spots. Those open spots are marked, so they're first come, first serve. The ones that are not, that people should not be parking in, are the ones that say reserved. They're kind of red label on, you can't miss it. Also, we can continue to support all the downtown events that take place. Right now, we've got the Christmas tree there, we've got the Santa's house, Pebbles Parklet, School's Out event that takes place sometime. There's other events too, I know, but we're going to continue all of those as we have been. So, our goal is to change this as quickly as possible, because if it was up to our downtown folks, they would have those parking spots there tomorrow. But obviously, we may not be able to do that until we get a little better with winter weather, get a little recovery from that so we can get our big work. But in addition to that, we're also proposing, I don't know if you've seen, we've got some large flower pots. They're about yay big in front of the bank. There's 4 of them. 3 on the front, 1 on the side of the bank. We're proposing to, those have water attached to the bottom of them, and they too become hit by vehicles and snowplows, and it breaks those water lines, and I'm trying to replace it. So I'm proposing to, those flower pots are ours, we own them, to move those and then follow suit like downtown is right now with a 4x4 square, and then plant 3 trees in the front. So, excuse me, 2 trees in the front of the bank, 1 on the side, and those are marked on the map. Did you get a copy of that?
Yeah.
Okay. And then 1 tree would go in the front of where main intent is, right in the center of that.
So do you have any takers for those flower pots?
I'm hoping.
Then look at that camera right there and say, if you have the ability to move them, there, come get you at First Bank and...
Come bring your truck or your lumber. You can pick it up with it, because they're but we are looking to, if someone has a good home for them, we would love to donate those to them.
Excellent, perfect.
Any questions?
Greatest thing for parking downtown we've heard in a while.
Yep. Is the city going to assist on the curb and gutter?
I believe so. We've talked about doing that. I think, yes. I think that's the answer to that question, yes. Any further discussion? If there is none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Are there any opposed? You're good to go. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
The next item is a discussion and a motion to consider some access up by the water tank. Damon, do you want to kind of fill us in on refresh our memory on what we're doing here?
The reason for this is basically the water treatment facility is located on state lands, and come to find out there's no established easements. No established easements for
Oh, now it's coming on.
access, and actually some of the water lines that exist up there. And it's been like that for a long time, many years, and I'm the lucky one who has to try and make it happen. So what I'm asking for is basically your approval without having to come back to the council for the actual application signing, that I sign that on behalf of the city and get it sent off to the state lands so we can get some of these expedited. And it really ties to the need for the upcoming Twin Ridge water tank project. We need to show validation that we have those easements in place, and right now we don't.
Excellent. I think this is pretty straight. Oh, I'm sorry.
I think within your packet was a couple maps. One of them's might look like this, and you can see there's really no connection within the, coming off of Ortega Court to the water treatment plant. And so right now, that's my main focus, is to try and get that formalized, and then we can tackle the, I'll say, the bigger facility at a later date.
Thank you. Is there a motion to approve these application submission? Mr. Welling. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Mr. Lynn, second. Discussion?
Makes sense that it needs to be, something needs to be done. So,
Yeah, it truly does. I can't say how it got to this point, but some of those easements that are up there, water has been placed on these state lands back to the 1900s. One of those easements was dated 1921.
so does this affect any private property owners in any way?
No, it's all state lands,
Okay.
so.
You almost have to assume that it was just an agreement back decades and generations ago, just that it's
It could have been a handshake
a
agreement.
handshake or
I-
a public ownership, public use, public whatever. Not a big deal, build your plant.
But I can't find that magic piece of paper
Yeah.
that says that
Because
it's
it's
good. to
probably written in stone tablets.
Could be.
Yeah.
Right.
The 1921 was hand cursive writing. Trying to figure that one out was fun.
Baked clay. We're even baked clay.
Baked clay.
And cursive.
Cursive. Kids these days don't know what cursive is.
Any further discussion? If there is none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Are there any opposed? That's approved. Thank you. We go now to Resolution 2477. Mr. Harris, will you read that title for us, please?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Resolution 2477, a resolution of the City of Evanston, Wyoming, adopting the 2024 International Building Code, the 2024 International Residential Code for one- and two-family dwellings, the 2024 International Existing Building Code, the 2024 International Mechanical Code, the 2024 International Fuel Gas Code, the 2024 International Plumbing Code, and the 2023, that should be 2023, that's a typo, National Electric Code pursuant to Section 7-7 of the Evanston City Code.
Thank you, sir. Bringing our code books up to date.
Yeah, basically our code follows the most current code that's out there until the state adopts the newer version. They did that not too long ago, so we're now moving predominantly from a IBC, IRC from 21 to 24, and it's just the formality of us accepting that change.
Okay. Is there an introduction on this resolution?
I'll introduce the motion to pass.
Mr. Welling with a motion. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Mr. Sellers seconding. Discussion.
Does
I
this,
have one question. Oh.
go ahead.
Go ahead.
How are we helping our city employees by bringing them up to speed on these things and being able to, are they licensed? Are they getting the education that they need to be able to spot these things, to enforce these codes? How are we helping that way?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, there's always, our building official has an account, if you will, to the ICC. And so basically, he can use that as a resource. If he has questions, they have an opportunity question and answer. We get the new code books, stacks of books, and have it right there for use and review. So.
And do we require any testing on this to make sure that, you know, that who we charge with enforcing these?
Yeah, the building official has to take a test and become licensed.
Okay.
Does this affect any, say, projects that are already in the works or in the fit? Like, is this going to hold up or change or?
On acceptance of this, basically anything prior to this is the old version, 21. And 21 and 24 are very much the same to a certain degree, but anything that was prior to this is under the old version. Anything moving forward would be under the new.
Okay, yeah, because I don't want to say hold up any projects that are already started necessarily.
No,
We
it's
don't
just
want any of that, right?
transfer of, or a cutoff line from one book to the next. So it doesn't really affect anything that's being developed right now.
Okay. Like, I mean, Horse Palace, any of those places that are already started, I don't want I don't want to throw another hoop in front of existing.
They would be under the
projects.
21 version, and
Okay.
that's what they provided.
Okay.
And Mr. Mayor,
Please.
what Mr. Newsom said. If construction started, we are governed by the 21, or I think it's the 20 NEC, but yeah.
Okay.
Any further discussion? If there is none, all in favor say aye. 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 Any opposed? That's approved. Thank you. Ordinance 2409. Mr. Harris, please.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Ordinance 2409 is an ordinance of the City of Evanston, Wyoming, amending Section 9-3, adoption of International Fire Code of the Evanston City Code to provide for adoption of the current International Fire Code by resolution of the governing body. This is before the council on first reading. It's sponsored by Councilor Welling.
Excellent. Thank you.
And Mr. Harris might have to help me out with this, but ultimately, the request of this is to do exactly what we just did to those other codes, to do it at a one-stop shop instead of multiple readings.
Yeah.
Mr. Mayor, that is correct. It's our current code, for whatever reason, separates fire into Chapter 9 and building codes in Chapter 7, I think.
7.
Yeah, Chapter 7. And the current code ordinances require the fire code to be adopted by an ordinance. There's a new fire code, 2024 International
Right.
Fire Code. And so what this ordinance does is provides the governing body with the ability to adopt revisions to the fire code by resolution.
By resolution. Yeah.
In the same manner we adopt the building code.
And we did that same thing with those other codes within the last,
Correct.
yeah, not all that long ago. Yeah. Okay. We've got a sponsor. Is there a motion to approve ordinance 2409 on first reading?
I'll make that motion.
Mr. Sellers with the motion. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Hageman seconding. Any discussion?
Same question with the other one. This doesn't affect people that have already got something in place that they need to go in and change or anything?
No, it should not.
Further discussion? If there is none, all in favor say aye. 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 Are there any opposed? That's approved. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Newsom, you have anything more for us? We go to department remarks. Do you have anything more for us while you got the mic?
I don't. Happy holidays.
Excellent.
Enjoy.
Thank you, sir. Mr. O'Neill, you have anything for us today? Mr. Robinson? Larson? That's fun. That's fun. I'm glad I wore my my long johns. It was a cold day. Ms. Lim? Chief? Yes, sir. Okay. Ms. Harris?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Harris?
Nothing, Your Honor.
Public participation. Is there anyone here from the public that would like to address the council for any reason? No? Well, then we will adjourn. Thank you, everyone.